Most people who want to become Python developers think that they need a university degree to do it. You don't. In fact, only 30 to maybe 40% of jobs require a degree if you want to become a Python developer. So what this means is that the vast majority of Python jobs out there are accessible to people who have a strong portfolio. The strong portfolio is key. This is something I've been talking about for many years. And it's not just Python. In the software development world, a strong portfolio, which is a track record of your ability, is far more important than any certification or degree. So in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of what the job market is really about in the Python world. And these lessons also apply to many of the other languages. So let's deal with a few Python myths. I've got my notes here. Python is seen as an AI, machine learning, academia, research language. So people say, obviously, you need a degree to enter that world. That's only true for a part of the market, like I said, 30 to 40%. So the reality is that Python is used in 4 big domains. So you got AI and data science. That's where the degrees matter. That's where math actually comes into play. That's one of the rare areas where math is actually important in software development. When people tell you got to learn math to be a software developer, this is false for the most part. So in AI data science, that's where you need a degree because you need heavy math. It's research heavy. You got to know statistics very well. This is where about 70 to 90% of the roles expect a degree. So even in this very academic, math heavy environment where Python exists here, still, as much as 30% of the roles do not require a degree. So, but AI data science is not where the majority of the Python jobs sit. Python domain number 2. This is big. Backend and SAS development. So Python powers APIs, SaaS platforms, business systems. Here, hiring managers care about, can you design clean APIs? Can you manage data flow? Can you prevent architectural messes? I've done other videos, and I've seen, based on my research, about most hiring managers, the second thing they look at is soft skills. So they look at your technical ability, but the second thing they look at is soft skills. This is something I've been talking about for many years. You need to be able to communicate. When it comes to category number 2, backend and SAS development, Python degree enforcement drops to about 20 to 35%. So as much as 80% of the people who get jobs in backend and SAS development, you don't need a degree. And now I'm going to wrap up this video as what things to consider when you're looking at getting a degree or not. This is very important. Domain number 3. DevOps and infrastructure. Python is the glue of modern software. It's used for automation, cloud orchestration, CI/CD, internal tooling. When they're looking to hire people like that, they want to see whether or not you can make systems reliable. Again, in this area, degree enforcement, based on my research, is between 15 and 30%. So as much as 85% of the people who are hired in domain number 3, DevOps and infrastructure, as much as 85% of the people do not need a degree. Category number 4, domain 4, automation, internal systems. This is very big, where you use Python to help with workflows, integrations, reporting systems, internal tools, building. These are business problems, not academic problems. Enforcement here drops down to 10 to 25%. So again, as much as 90% of people in this domain don't require a degree. So let's put it all together. So across all Python jobs, only about 30 to 40% truly require a university degree, which means 60 to 70% are accessible through demonstrated competence. Demonstrated competence as expressed through portfolios, the systems that you build, real-world problem-solving capability, and soft skills, communication skills. I have to emphasize that. I think it's so important, soft skills, that in my mentoring program, which has been around, I don't know, we're the 6th year of the official mentoring program, I found we had a lot of people who were competent at coding, but they had a difficult time because they couldn't communicate well. So I actually put out a whole soft skills module in that program because it's so important. So what are employers actually looking for with their Python developers? They're looking for people who can design clean APIs, manage state and data flow. They can think in terms of systems. I think I'm going to put out a module in my mentoring program on system level thinking. Understanding business logic and how to extract business logic, that's part of soft skills, and how to implement business logic smartly, and how to write clean code so you don't have architectural debt. What do they call that? Architectural debt. You don't have code that's messy and hard to update. The difference between great developers and not so great developers write clean, simple code that's easy to update. As I said, being able to have clean APIs, manage state, data flow, think in systems, understand, implement business logic, prevent architectural debt. These are the problems that millions of companies around the world still have. So none of them require a diploma. They require skills and judgment. So the thinking is you're doing Python, you're doing AI, you're doing machine learning, you're doing data science and so forth. It's actually, it's more mixed. As much as half the jobs are in the web space, believe it or not. That actually surprised me when I looked that up. So if you're avoiding Python because you think you need a degree, you're avoiding one of the most accessible, high-paying, valuable careers that you can find in software development. So if you decide you're going to get into Python, remember, you got to integrate AI with all of this. AI to help you learn, AI to help you write better Python, AI to implement tools, and then using Python to implement AI agents and AI frontier models. This is all very, very useful and valuable today.